how about vitamins? Let's talk about that. How about vitamins? And that's another segment that we'll get into. How about vitamins? See, there's two doctors that I definitely listen to. Christian doctors. And I hope I pronounce his name right. You can look him up. This dude is so smart when it comes to health. Taught me so much. Name every bone in the body. His name is Dr. Juwanza Kunjufu. Man, this dude was dropping knowledge when it came to health. And as I read his book is Satan, I'm Taking Back My Health. Man, when you read that, you're like, whoa, this man said he haven't had a headache in 25 years. I know people that have headaches every day. Why? It's because what he's putting into his body is himself managing his temple properly. But do you know that the Bible is a manuscript? But oftentimes if the person teaching you, and I ain't gonna put all the blame on them, but if the person teaching you doesn't teach you the ins and outs of what you should eat and what you should not eat, then oftentimes most people don't take the time out to seek that knowledge for themselves. And the Bible says, my people perish for a lack of knowledge. And so, as I'm reading this book, my mind was just having success explosions in my mind. Boom, boom, boom. How you should eat, how you should not eat, the way you should exercise. Because everything is connected, right? Your stress levels, the foods that you eat. Because certain foods that you eat change your chemical imbalance. Make you happy, make you sad. Exercising and lack of exercise affects your mood, whether you're happy or depressed. So sometimes you could be feeling depressed when, in fact, it's because you're not getting out exercising and moving. Or you could be feeling depressed because you're eating foods that have certain chemicals in it that's causing you to be depressed. Right? It goes deep. And so, the other doctor is Dr. Joe Wallach, Wallach. And he has a book called Dead Doctors Don't Lie. Man, when I read this thing, it was powerful. Because he was saying that most patients live longer than their doctors. And when I started to study this, and you see how many doctors are dying, it was amazing to me. And you see the age that they're dying at. Most patients live longer than their doctors. So for me, I was like, dang, you're getting all this information from your doctor, but the patients end up living longer than the doctor? How does that make any sense? So that's like if I'm a marriage counselor, but I got like 6 divorces or whatever, but I'm trying to tell you how to keep your marriage together. On one aspect, you'll be like, yeah, but he got a lot of knowledge though. He had a lot of chances to figure it out. But then I still didn't figure it out. And so how I'm going to tell you? That's like calling the kettle black. That's like do as I say, but not as I do. Right? That doesn't make sense. That don't fly. So, it's another book I was very fascinated with by Dr. Joe Wallach, was called Immortal. And I wanted to know. A thought came to my mind. I love to research, and it was, I wanted to know, where do people live the longest at in the world? Because if people are dying so quickly, it must be a common trend. And if people are living longer in the certain places of the world, it also must be a common trend. You know? When people are together, you become like who you hang with. You know? So, if you're around people who don't think anything is possible, then if you don't move away from them or stop hanging with them, guess what happens to you? You start to take on those characteristics. You start to take on those beliefs. I don't care if you're the laziest person on the face of this earth. If you start hanging around people who are full of faith, who have a strong work ethic, and you stay around them long enough, you're going to start to pick it up. And then soon you too will start to have those same habits and qualities about yourself. So that was something, good morning, that was something I was really interested in. It was where do people live at the longest in the earth. And what I found was there were several different places, but I wanted to look at the top place, and the top place was a place called Okinawa, Japan. Hope I pronounced that correctly. And these people lived the absolute longest. And even Costa Rica had a high average of 85 years old. But Okinawa had like something like 98 average of the people in that area. I'm saying to myself, the average is 98. That means you don't have no people dropping dead at 50, 35, 60. Why is that? I started going deep into the research because they eat a lot of fish in that area that is filled with omega 3s, and higher amino acids. And it goes even deeper. You got to really go into the book. But I was like, and they don't live a fast-paced life. See, sometimes when you're in a big city, and I'm from New York City, so I know. I used to live there, so I know. That fast-paced life, sometimes if you don't take out the time to just get away, then the stress of it all, and eating the fast food because you're always on the go, not having a home-cooked meal, guess what? It deteriorates your life. And in a lot of the third world countries, a lot of the people live a long time, and they don't even have ER, medical centers, and all the type of things that we have in America, in the States, and different parts of Europe and Germany, what have you. Because you know why? We have fast food restaurants everywhere, and when we cook at home, most of the foods don't have the nutrients and the vitamins. And so in the third world countries, what they have is the ashes from the minerals from the ground that they're using to prepare their food. So as they're preparing the food, some of those minerals and ashes fall into the food, and because of that, when the people go to eat their food and consume it, they're eating that with the minerals and vitamins that's getting inside of them. Most people today are severely lacking minerals and vitamins. And because we lack that, and we don't even know, these issues pop up. And the first thing we do is run to the doctor. But, and once again, I'm not knocking the doctors, but you got to get different information. When you know better, you could do better. And so when you go to the doctor, first thing they want to do is put you on medicine. When most of the time, it's a mineral vitamin deficit, right? For example, my oldest daughter, she has special needs. So we go to take her to see a specialist every now and then. But before we do that, we make sure we seek God about it, make sure that we do our research in terms of vitamins and nutrition and things like that. I'm definitely with that. At first my wife used to be like, oh my gosh, here you go again with all these vitamins. Just take the girl to the doctor. I said, all right, I'm telling you. According to this study and research that I'm doing, it's mineral deficiency. We go to the doctor in Massachusetts. And good thing that this doctor saw it. Her legs were kind of bold at the time, really bow legged. And the doctor said this, and she had slight gray hairs. 10 years old, how she have gray hairs? And you can say a lot of people can have gray hairs. It's what gets with age. So how is she 10 with gray hairs, right? It's a mineral deficiency. And so anyway, we go to the doctor. He tests her out. They test her blood. They go, you know what? Nothing's wrong with her except that she has a mineral and vitamin deficiency. Can't get that word out early in the morning. My wife looks at me. She goes, oh my goodness. Can you believe it? I said, oh, can you believe it? So anyway, that's not to put her down, because now she's a big advocate for it. She just had to, we just had to go over the research together to make sure that it lined up to what we believe. Because you can hear one thing, but if you don't research it, you just hear somebody say it, it's like, you just saying it, but I need to know, like, test this out in several different sources. So that's what we did. And to our amazement, we started giving her liquid vitamins, because we don't believe in the pills, because the pills could just sit in your stomach and they could go out the waste and never actually hit your system. We use the liquid vitamins. that actually hit your bloodstream faster. So we started giving her that. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Her legs started to straighten out. And the gray hairs in her head started to turn back to its original color. Because even if you have gray hairs, do you know how it could turn back to its original color? If you're a redhead, blonde, black hair, whatever, it's a copper deficiency. Now, copper is found in many foods. One of them being pistachios, food that I really love. And so, and it's also in the vitamins, the supplements that we take, on a regular basis. And so anyway, her hair started turning back black, and her legs started straightening out. And forget energy. Her energy has always been through the roof. Now she's jumping to the stars, running all through the house, just running. I could have brought her out here with me this morning and let her run. So it's important to protect your health. It's important to monitor what you eat. It's important to monitor yourself in terms of exercise, moving your body, staying active. It's important to have positive people in your life. If you got Debbie Downers and complaining Chris in your life, man, the stress of it all is like to kill you. And so, Motivation Nation, I hope this inspires somebody today. Hope this puts you on the right track to get up, get out, and get something, because it's yours for the taking. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't carve out your life, the life that God has been showing you in your dreams, in your visions. And it's time to get up and take those dreams and turn them into reality. So, on the inbox, on the little underneath the video, tell me about your workout journeys. Tell me how's it going for you. Over this winter, for me, before I close out, I gained weight again. I'll be honest with you, I lost it during the summer, and because I didn't sign up for the gym for the winter, I gained it back, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I really don't like it. And so, like I said, I see so many people sick and dropping like flies. I don't want that to be me. I want to be around for my kids. I want to be around for my wife. I want to be around for me. I want to be around for you. Right? Because I know that there's people that's supposed to get the message of Jesus Christ. And how I'm going to do that if I'm sick? Right? How I'm going to do that if I'm got diabetes and all things like that? Which I will never have, in Jesus' name. But maybe you going through some type of thing with your weight and you just working through it. Feel free to write about it so we can encourage each other and keep it moving. Because this is Motivation Nation. And we're not going to stop. We're going to keep going till we get it. And then we're going to keep going even after we get it to maintain our health the way that we desire it to be. In Jesus' name. Blessings to you all. Have a great day. God bless.